Hello, everybody, and welcome to Quarter Up. Quarter Up is QueueTimes gaming news show that we have here on Twitch every Sunday at 3 p.m. PST. It's also on YouTube, and it's also a podcast that you can listen to on many, many podcasting platforms. This week, I have with me Indigo.
Hey, how's it going?
And I have Adrock. Oh, wait, I don't have Adrock. He's currently in prison. I have a photo of Adrock that is behind bars, so that's a problem. But hopefully he'll be back with us next week. I'm scheduling a jailbreak for him, so if that goes well, we'll be seeing him next week. So we're going to start off the same way we start off every week, talking about how our weeks were. Indigo, buddy, how was your week?
My week was just dandy. Nothing too terribly exciting. I bought Mafia 3 besides my best judgment. And, I really enjoy the game. The graphics are really, really, really pretty. It's interesting. There's a lot of really good things and a lot of really strange feelings I have about the game. So I'm not gonna get
strange tingly feelings in your underbellies.
No, but that being said, it's a fun game. Oh, and yesterday I went over to with a couple friends, some nerdy friends of mine, and we went down and went to an Oktoberfest where we went around and got little shot glasses that say 2 ounces, and there's a little mark. And about after the second or third booth we went to taste their beers, they're just fuck it, and filled it up all the way to the top every single time. They're like, man, I ain't gonna fill this up with just 2 ounces. I feel horrible as a grown adult pouring a 2-ounce cup of beer to another man. I feel strange about that. And so,
that's the best.
So we went around on a loop there was 51 booths there.
Holy crap.
And we went through 20 of the booths by 3 o'clock. And then we had a friend of ours who didn't buy the ticket early enough, so they weren't allowed in until 3 p.m. And so they came in, they're like, well, I want to start from the beginning. So we joined them and we did the first loop again.
Oh my God.
But after the first loop, we were like, no, skip them. So there was a couple we skipped because it was just that wasn't good.
No worth, yeah.
Yeah. And so that was really fun. So I got sloshed, and there's some photos out there. And we went to a silent disco, and
those photos are hilarious. There's also a video on his Facebook, which none of you can see, with his fiance and a girl that we both know, and they're just dancing, and it's the fucking weirdest looking thing I've ever seen in my life because there's nothing happening in the background.
Yeah,
it's just them dancing.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, and there was inside this giant inflatable what looked like an acorn or something, and everyone's in there just dancing. Everyone's listening to the same music, so it's funny. It'd
be better if people were listening to different music. One person's doing the mamba.
So with those headphones, what it's supposed to do is there's 3 different frequencies. And so depending on what color your headphones are at the time, depends on what frequency you're on. But at this specific event, they only had one DJ performing.
Gotcha.
So they put that DJ across all 3 of the frequencies. But yeah, a lot of silent discos, you can actually change it. So we were all on blue, and then you got a couple people on green because they like this type of music. And then you got people on red who like this type of music. And I'm hitting shit and knocking it all over the place.
Death metal.
I'm sure.
One person's moshing. Just one person is moshing. The rest of them are slow dancing.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
But it was fun. I had a good time. I wish you would have joined us, but you had your own story. So why don't you tell me what happened to you?
I went to Nashville. Nashville was very fun.
God, you made it. You made it to Nashville.
I made it. Well, here I didn't tell you the story yet because I was saving it for the show. So on my way back from Nashville, for those of you that don't know, I'm from the Middle East. So that's a little bit of background that will enlighten you for the reason of this story. I was coming back from Nashville, and I'm putting my bag through the little bag scanny belt thingy. And the TSA woman was first of all, she's this big, super stereotypical black woman, child, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I like you. So she takes my bag out and doesn't say anything to me, doesn't even know it's my bag, and just takes it over to a table and starts going through it. I'm like, the fuck? It's my bag. And she turns around and goes, do you have anything sharp in this bag? And I was like, no. And she brings me over it and shows me the little x-ray thing, and she points to my Leatherman, which is a multi-tool that has many different sharp things on it. And I was like, Oops, I didn't mean to bring that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care what you do with it. Just please let me go to my flight. And she's like, well, you have two options. You can either leave it here and never get it back,
Mm-hmm.
or you can go to this one place and have them like do paperwork and ship it to wherever you want it to ship to. And I was like, cool. And then she's like on a computer and she's like, oh, that place is closed because my flight was really early. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's closed. So basically you can leave it here, or if you have, no, you can basically leave it here. And I was like, all right, cool, keep it. I'm done. Are we good? Like, if I just give it to you, are we,
Yeah.
yeah, you could go. All right, cool, bye. And I just took my stuff and left because I didn't fucking want to be any part of that shit. So that was frightening. But anyways, I was in Nashville for work. We were doing some IT stuff in Nashville. It was really, really fun. But I didn't get to play any video games. I played Hearthstone a little bit on my phone, but my phone gets really hot when I play Hearthstone.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mine does too.
So I didn't do it very much because I don't like holding a burning hot phone. My boss, here's another story. My boss has a Galaxy Note 7. For those of you that don't know, they are susceptible to exploding. And so the day before we were gonna leave, I think it was not the FDA, whatever the flight like group, the people that manage flying in the United States, the government agency that does that, they banned that phone from flights.
Mm-hmm.
They were just like, yeah, before we were like, okay, you can't charge it and you can't have it on, but now you just can't bring it on airplanes at all in any way. And so he's just like, fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, this is my phone. I don't know what to do. So he literally, the last night we were there, went to a Verizon store and yelled at them until they exchanged it, because you're supposed to like mail it back in this special box. I don't know. It was funny for me. I got a laugh out of it. But anyways, that was my week. I was in Nashville. I'm not playing any video games. You want to go into the news? Is it time for the news?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
So the first piece of news, I found this and I thought it was hilarious. So a lot of people, and this article specifically is talking about like, oh, we always want to know like what's behind the curtain at Nintendo, and want to find out what's going on and what like secrets do they have, like what's the next this thing or that thing. And so Nintendo decided to send some photos of their storage room in their main headquarters, and it's fucking hilarious what they found, or like what they were showing. So they're showing boxes upon boxes of these attachments that go to one of Nintendo's original consoles that was called the Family Computer Disk System. So what it was, it allowed you to buy your game, and it was like a hard disk, like the size of like an old school floppy, and you would put it into the game or into this cartridge, and you would play that game on that system, which was new because that game only had like a couple of games, and then it had a cartridge that you'd have to buy. But the scan disc, what was interesting is that you could take that scan disc, go to your local store, and buy a new game, but instead of getting another disc, you would actually put it in the machine, and the machine would rewrite the disc with the new game on it, so that you would just own the one disc instead of.
It sounds really dumb, right? Like,
Yeah.
Incredibly dumb. Like, I don't understand who thought it was a good idea. Like, let's sell people games, and then when we're done with them, let's effectively destroy them when we give them a new game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they could never go back to that game unless they wanted to re-buy the game.
Right. Which, I mean, from like a strictly like linear and mathematical way, it's like, oh yeah, if they want to play it again, they have to buy it again. That makes us more money. Whoop. Like, I can see that logic being thought of by somebody very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But from a consumer perspective, like, who thought in their right mind that somebody would be like, oh yeah, I bought this thing, and now I'm going to destroy it because I'm buying a different thing. That's a great idea. No, that's really stupid. That's a really stupid idea. Even in terms of today's DLC, like, people get so pissed off about, I have to pay DLC for this stuff, and this should have been in the original game. At least if you don't buy the DLC, you still own the game.
Yep.
You can still play it again. Like, that's not a problem that we have. And by the way, if you're fucking getting ideas, game developers, about deleting our copies of games when we're done with them, I swear to God, I will come down there. I'll show you the back of my hand real good.
Basically, did you get that from Nashville? I'll show you the back of my hand real good.
No, but I have been saying y'all a bit because everybody said y'all. And the first time anyone said y'all, I thought it was a joke. And so I laughed, and she was like, why are you laughing? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm from California. We don't hear y'all a lot. And she's like, oh, I get it. And then she just walked off. I offended somebody right now. Oops.
But what is really interesting about this is all it really is a separate like control system, not control system, but a separate like larger hard drive, a larger disk
separate
reader.
processing system for
Yeah,
games.
all together, and all it's really doing is the attachment is a small piece of like a wire that goes from the cartridge point into this disk reader. So the main processing is still being done through the old game console, but it's being ran
It's
through
just loading more data,
exactly
or something. I don't know. Maybe it's not doing anything. Maybe it was just a way to sell a peripheral, and really they could have just put these games on cartridges, and they would have been the exact same. Who the fuck knows?
I don't think it ever made it to the US. I think it was
Right.
only Japan where it was. I this is like the fact that they have a whole storage room full of these things still like blows my mind. Like, why haven't they just done like the Atari ET game? Just go out in the fucking desert, throw it into a goddamn hole and bury it. Like, why do you still have this shit? Like,
oh shit! I didn't look through the full album. They have a disc writer, the thing that would write to the discs.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they had that photo in there. It's like, so basically it's like a vending machine for video games. That was their idea. I don't know why I thought this, but I thought you'd have to go give it to a person at the store, and then the person would but really it's just like you take your cartridge to a vending machine and then you put it in and then it rewrites it for you and gives it back.
Yeah, so the way they've got
it's still a horrible idea though.
The way they've got it is it's like there's a large TV on the top so that it's kind of showing you what games, probably a video of playing through of what's going on. Yeah. Then they have 3 rows of 3, each one with a different color. Each one of those sections would have the game cover in those 9 spots. And then there are 9 spots to the right that have the color referring to which section was. So you can physically put your disc into the red slot, which is red, and it also has a big number 1 on it, so you know that red is 1 and 1, you know? So there's multiple ways of saying, yes, this is the correct slot that I'm about to delete this game that I've spent 20 hours playing to play a different game. Like,
if you thought that description of this physical product was convoluted and you're listening to this on the podcast and you can't see it, why don't you just go click on the show notes? The show notes have a link to this Engadget article that has a picture of the thing that we're talking about. So you don't have to listen to Indigo's voice. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm looking at the picture of the thing right now, and even I was going like, what the fuck are you talking about,
How
dude?
do you not see that?
It was just long-winded, man.
Long-winded, but it was correct. That's the difference.
It was correct. Sometimes that's not everything, though.
All right, so we're going to move from something ancient to something futuristic. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Call of Duty Infinity Warfare multiplayer beta. So if you are the lucky few that went out and bought the bought the pre-release of the game, congratulations, you have access to the beta, which is going on right now. It ends on October 17th, which is Monday. But here's the catch. That's only if you bought the pre-purchase on PlayStation 4. If you are the sad sucker who bought the Xbox version,
pleb, you
don't get access until next week on their second weekend. So PlayStation, for some reason, gets an additional weekend. They didn't explain why. They didn't, like, it just was, hey, PlayStation, Sony probably gave us more money for this, so we're going to give you a weekend before everyone else.
So wait, is the second weekend both PlayStation and... Oh, I see. So the first weekend, which ends on Monday, just PS4. Second weekend, PS4 and Xbone, 21st to the 24th.
Exactly.
So if you missed it on PlayStation and you're hearing about this for the first time from us, which if you pre-ordered this game, probably not the first time you're hearing about this, you can still catch some beta action on October 21st, which is good.
Now, the beta does have a couple things, which is pretty cool. They've got 3 of the maps, a rotating 3 different game modes. So I don't think you're going to have very much option of what you get to play. So I don't think you're like, I want to specifically play this game style. It seems it's just on you're popping into a queue and you're getting a random map and a random gameplay style.
Yeah, and the gameplay styles are Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Kill Confirmed. Do you know what those are? Because I super don't know. You do?
Yeah, Team Deathmatch is 2 teams versus each other. Whoever gets the most amount of kills wins. Domination. Fuck, I forgot what Domination is. But
should have written it in the show notes.
Kill Confirmed is where you kill someone and they drop their dog tags. and you have to run over and grab them and get additional points. So you get like
Mm,
5 points for killing someone, but then you get an additional 10 points for running over the dog tag.
got it. You have to
Or
kill the dogs. Got it.
or what happens is if one of your own team members dies and you collect their dog tag before the opponent does, your team gets the points.
Ah, I see. That's actually pretty cool. I don't think I've ever heard of a game mode that matches that. That seems interesting. Like, yeah, okay, you killed that sniper over there, but you know, the sniper had a guy next to him and he just picked up his dog tag, so the kill
Yeah.
was, not worth anything.
Yeah,
Except for now there's not a sniper there. That's cool. I
exactly.
like that. I can dig that.
And then Domination is an objective game mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer. 2 teams of 4 to 6 players face off against each other in a 2-round match. Okay, so it's fucking
Just structured team deathmatch.
exactly
Got it. Fine. This
called
does like
quick
I'm
Googling.
yeah, right. You like how I had a long-winded sentence so that you could finish googling?
Sure, yeah, blame the
did that on
long-winded
purpose.
winded sentence on that.
That's
No.
what I did. I did it on purpose. I'm super like professional over here. Except for calling out when I do stuff like that, probably not professional.
Now,
So yeah,
sorry.
I'm not really excited for this game. Like
I'll be honest.
Battlefield 1, way more exciting.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think this is the first Call of Duty that, like, so most of the Call of Duties, I'm like, oh, fuck Call of Duty, fuck Call of Duty. And then the trailers and everything come out, and I'm like, oh, fuck, like, this is awesome. This is amazing. And I'm like, why am I falling for this? I know better. And then I buy it, and then I play it for about a week, and then I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why did I buy this? I'm not going to play this anymore.
Yep. Like, really, when I do Call of Duty, I get like 70% of the way through the campaign, and then I'm like, oh God, please give me any other game. Why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah.
And it's been a while since I've actually played a Call of Duty, but I'm assuming that my experience will not change if I get this one. But Battlefield 1, dude, have you seen any of the Battlefield 1 footage?
Oh yeah, the Battlefield 1 looks really good. This one I'm not interested in whatsoever. I mean,
wait, this one,
Call of Duty Infinity
Call of
Warfare,
Duty, okay,
Warfare,
gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think that they're gonna catch me on this one. Like this is one where I'm like, yeah, I'm not excited. I don't care. The ads for them are fucking atrocious. Like I don't think this one's catching me at all.
But okay, so I'm gonna talk about some Battlefield 1 stuff, even though it's not in the notes. So I saw this footage of the single player campaign that like got me wet for the game. And normally for games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, the single player campaign does not excite me at all. I just do it because, it might be a good little like just first person shooter thing that I can play. So you're in a tank and the tank is like entrenched in mud and it's not moving. And there are people outside your tank trying to push it forward while you like drive it forward. And you get overrun by like all these enemy guys. And so your captain's like, send the pigeon, blah, blah, blah. You have this little like messenger pigeon. He's like, send the pigeon, blah, 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 send it. And other people in your tank are like, no, don't send it. We're fucked if you send it, blah. And you're like, why are they fucked if I don't understand what's happening? And finally, your character picks the pigeon up and like pushes it out of the tank. And I thought they were going to be like, I thought he was going to like open the hatch for the tank, and like send it out of the, and then the enemy troops would have just like shot them inside the tank. But he just pushed out this tiny little hole. And I was like, oh, that's not why they're fucked. And then the pigeon starts flying away. And then the player gets to take control of the pigeon as it flies away, which I thought was interesting. And it goes from like this super tense, like, we're fucked, we're all going to die, bro, send out the pigeon, to like calm music. But in the background, just fucking airplanes like exploding and like artillery fire. And like below you, just the ground is destroyed. But you're this beautiful white bird and you're flying through it and the music gets really calm. And then the pigeon lands and the people at the base grab it and they take out their like new fire instructions, blah, blah, and they start firing artillery and you're like, oh, I get why they're fucked. And then the artillery lands and blows up your tank and kills everybody around. I was like, oh my God, I want to play the single player. It's in their ads, dude. I didn't get the sneak peek, like super secret showing of the game. It's fucking on YouTube. Anyways, I'm super excited for Battlefield 1. Did I say that already? I think I may have said that.
I think you said it a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'll buy it, but you buy it, you play it, you let me know what you think of it.
I'll tell you how it is, and then I'll get you sucked into it like Battle Right. Just
Battle Right, that's a completely different story. That game looked fun. Like the first time
Well,
you showed me a trailer, I was like, "Oh, this looks cool. I'm in." Like that wasn't even a fight. That was just like you guys had talked about it a couple times, but I was like, I'm not putting the energy to Google whatever you guys are talking about. And then you're like, "Here's a link," and I was like, "All right." You put some effort into it. Click, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Bye. Like,
it is really fun.
all right. So, speaking of dead things, so Friday the 13th, a game that got kickstarted this year, was supposed to have a 2016 release date, but they're actually pushing it to early 2017.
Whoa. Hold the phone right there. Are
Mhm.
you saying that a Kickstarted project is getting delayed?
Yes,
That
but
baffles me.
hold on. First of all, they're pushing it to early 2017. Do you want to take a bet right now that it gets released on Friday the 13th, February?
You think so? You think
I
they
don't
just,
know. I mean,
you think they just did it for aesthetics?
no, I don't think they did it for aesthetics, but if they had to push it, like
Like may
wouldn't
as
that-
well at this point.
yeah, like might as well, like. But the cool thing is that yes, it got delayed, but they're actually going to be adding different features to the game that originally they weren't promising. So that's what kind of confuses me and kind of makes me think that they're pushing to make it a Friday the 13th release, because now they're originally in the Kickstarter they didn't make it to the single player experience option, but they're going to now add that into the game because of the delay. They're also adding AI bots for offline players or offline multiplayer. So if you wanted to play with a couple friends at your house, but you didn't want to play online, you wanted to play against AI, they're actually adding those options as well. So I don't know, like, doesn't that make more sense that they're pushing it for a, thematic reason of why they're trying to push the date?
I
Since
mean,
they're adding features, like
I would agree with you, but it's only a month. It's less than a month into 2017. I think the only Friday the 13th in 2017
well,
is
well,
January.
Well, yeah, it's January in a couple days, but they're pushing it back like 4 months.
Oh yeah, it's not the end of the year yet.
It's not December yet. We're in October.
Yeah, all right. Well, I don't know. Oh, hold on. There's also October 2017 is the 13th. Please don't push it back to October. That would blow.
Yeah. Especially because that's when I'm planning on getting married. So, yeah.
Wait, you're getting married on
That's
13th
the plan. That's the plan. We don't,
of
nothing
October?
official. Yes.
The 13th?
Yes.
Wow, you're fucking weird. You're just like, I want the worst possible omen to be associated with the happiest day of my life. That's great. I love that.
So, but here's the thing: a beta will release in late 2016. That's
good.
quotes. And everyone that has purchased the game will be given an additional 4 beta-only keys to hand out to their friends. So if you do buy the game, you can hand out beta access to 4 friends so that you can play Jason Voorhees and kill the other 4 friends. I don't know. I think there's a couple reasons why this got pushed back. One, thematically.
Right.
2, so they can add these extra features because I think they realized it's kind of important to have those features in this game, or the game's going to get really old really quickly.
Of course.
The other reason for it is I also think that because other games, was it Dead by Dark or Dead by? Do you know what I'm talking about? There's like Dead by Day or Dead by Night.
Or Dead by Day or Dead by Night. Maybe it's Dead by Dawn. Is that
Dead by
name?
Dawn? Dead by Dawn.
Dead by Dawn.
Yeah,
Lol.
Dead by Dawn is a very similar gameplay. Which
it's not Dead by Dawn.
Yeah, there is. There's a Dead by Dawn game.
Is there really?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight.
Dead by
Look, I
Daylight.
said it the first time. So, God, this is gonna be like the worst podcast ever. They're gonna be like, Dead by Daylight.
Dead by what? You said 7 game titles. What the fuck are you talking about?
So, Dead by Daylight, it's a very similar thing. You're a serial killer, or one of your friends are, and his job is to kill all of you. His job is to survive and not die.
Your job's to kill all of them and like hang them up on meat hooks or whatever. It's super gruesome. I'm super not into this kind of gameplay, but we talked about this game a couple quarter ups ago, and literally the whole time we were talking about it, I was just watching the video that Adrock and Indigo were talking about, just like, oh god, who plays this shit? This is ugh. Like, I can play violent video games like shooting people, pew pew, but normally you're like far away and you're not like, you know, The goal isn't to be as gruesome as humanly possible. It's just like, this person's trying to kill me. I'm gonna kill them first. That's the other thing. They're not trying to kill you. They're just trying to not die, and that makes me feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this kind of game, dude. You can go ahead and play it all you want, but
I mean, I haven't bought this game. It doesn't. I don't know. I was kind of waiting for the Friday the 13th version to come out. To be completely honest with you,
fair enough.
And, I mean, this game is based off of Friday the 13th. Why the fuck not just play Friday the 13th?
Why not play the real one?
Yeah. So
Folks.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I don't know what you guys think. Let us know what you guys think if they're releasing it because of thematic reasons, or do you think there was legitimate reasons to push this back? I don't know. I want to hear from you guys to see what you guys think. So please let us know.
Yes, please.
So you want me to keep going, Kareem?
Yeah. Let's talk about Sony is apparently releasing at least 5 mobile games in Asia. So that's kind of interesting because that hasn't been something that they're known for, but we have kind of noticed this trend where game development studios are trying to enter the mobile space because it's really easy to become, not really easy to become successful, but like people tend to share those things a little more openly than they share, oh, I'm playing this new AAA title, because it's kind of more acceptable to just the general population. Like if I posted something saying I'm playing Smite right now, like I wouldn't get comments from any of my, Facebook friends because almost none of them play games. But if I talk about playing Farmville, like more often than not, people will talk to you about Farmville. At the very least to say like, fuck Farmville, like people know about it. So we've kind of noticed a couple of like
Nintendo,
Carbine. Yeah, and Nintendo.
Not Carbine.
Not Carbine. NCSoft.
There you go. I was come on, you got this.
NCSoft has entered the mobile space, or is trying to enter the mobile space. Nintendo's entering the mobile space. So it's looking to release some games on iOS and Android under the name ForwardWorks.
Yep, that's the name of the company that they have dedicated to doing their mobile stuff.
Which is, I hate it, but whatever. They're looking to do it before March 2018, which, I mean, we're going to have forgotten that they're even trying by that point. So ForwardWorks
they're talking about having at least 5 games out by that time. So it's not like, by this one time, we're going to release 5 games at the same time.
That's what I imagined. I don't know why. There's absolutely no reason that
I kind of got that. That's what I was like, hold on, stop. Like...
and yeah, again, they're trying to focus on Japan and Asia. And they haven't really said anything about the US release. I don't know why. I mean, maybe they're just more comfortable targeting those demographics, but I don't know why they wouldn't, at least try.
Well, you have to think that our mobile market is very, very, very different than the Japanese mobile market. Like the just based off of type of phone, even though they're both Android or iPhone, they still have very different tactile response units.
Like physical devices are completely different.
Yeah, exactly. Ways. So, focusing on one area over another, they might also, again, I can't speak of the Japanese mobile market, but maybe it's less saturated than the US market, because the US market is fucking insane of how many people are involved in there.
It seems super random which apps get picked to be like the viral app, the next app that, like, fucking remember Angry Birds?
Mm-hmm.
Not Angry Birds, Flappy
Bird.
Like that, wasn't that just so random? There've totally been games like that all over the Play Store since way before Flappy Birds was released. Mm-hmm. But then everybody just got into Flappy Birds. Like I have no idea where that came from, but it happened. So anyways, in 2018 or before 2018, look for some apps by ForwardWorks.
If you're in Japan or any other
If you're
Asian
in Japan
country.
or if you have access to VPN. VPN's the greatest tool ever invented.
Cell phone VPN?
Yeah, it exists.
Right. Sure, why not?
They're never mind, let's not get into that. That's not something we should talk about here. I don't know why you put this in here, dude. This is the dumbest piece of news I've ever seen in my entire life.
The reason I put it in there is because so many people lost their fucking minds over this.
Really?
So Rockstar changed their logo to have a red tint to their logo, and then they turned around and tweeted an image of a red background with their logo in the very center, very small, and the red kind of looked like, it was painted, or like it's got a texture to it. It's not just a flat red.
Uh-huh.
Everyone lost their mind.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
No, Red Dead Redemption 2 confirmed.
Oh, I get it.
Thank you for following the group. So yeah, so there nowhere on there does it say, do they mention the word red? Nowhere do they mention the word a dead or redemption. Nothing. They just
changed it to red.
They changed it to red and posted that picture. Like, it could be a political stance, like, we're supporting this side. Like, but no, like, I mean, that would
be so funny if that's what it turned out to be. They're just like, no, we're just showing our support for the Republican Party.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, and seriously, as of this moment, it was posted at 6 a.m. today, and it has 86,444 retweets, 141,170 likes, and then it's got a stupid amount of comments underneath it, just like people picturing a cat just heavy breathing, like everyone's just screaming Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead, oh my god, yeah, like I don't know, everyone's losing their fucking shit over it. Like,
yeah, I don't understand. That's a lot of people. I'm really hoping they're fucking with you. I mean, I have no ties to the Red Dead series. I have no interest in the Red Dead series. I want it to be them fucking with you so bad.
Not me. I mean, I'm not
you. I'm telling you, people who care. To the people who want this to be. I mean, I'm sorry. I normally I'd wish you well and like, oh yeah, enjoy your game. But it'd be so funny if they came out and said like, no, we just changed our logo. We like red. La 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 la.
Yeah.
Oh god. But anyways, you can read into that whatever you will. We have absolutely no confirmed.
Yeah,
to be 100% clear, there's no at this point. There's no confirmation that Red Dead anything is going to happen ever.
Mm-hmm.
So you take that with whatever grain of salt you will. I will say that is a very strong case. There's a very strong case to be made that they're doing this to tease Red Dead Redemption, but we'll see.
Yeah,
you best believe that if they're fucking with you, I'm gonna come back here and just laugh for the entire episode.
Right?
Just all episode. That'd probably work.
That is a great laugh, by the way. It's very kind of like
the key's the rhythm. You gotta get the laugh rhythm.
Oh, gotcha. It's very like witchy.
Yeah. Halloween events.
Speaking of witchy,
Halloween events now.
Speaking of witchy,
that was a good one. I wish I'd let you make that before interrupting you.
I was trying.
So we have a couple Halloween events that we're going to talk about. The first one is Overwatch, and our wonderful friend Neo Shadowzak has made a post about it on QueueTimes, where he basically goes over the new loot boxes and new skins and emotes and stuff that you can get. He actually opens his first loot box. You get a like comp to loot box when you sign in, right? You just get one for free. And he opened that one and he got a legendary immediately, which is the most frustrating thing for me ever because that shit never happens for me. It's just like, yeah, you can go fuck yourself. You get all commons and they're all duplicates.
Yep.
Lol. I hate you. So yeah, the Overwatch event is Overwatch Halloween Terror. Where you get a new brawl, which is Junkenstein's Revenge. It's a 4-player co-op brawl where 4 heroes face the creations of the mad Dr. Junkenstein, which we should totally play because I haven't played that brawl
yet.
You
haven't played it yet? Oh, we'll play it in between shows.
Is it fun?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. It's a ton of fun.
All right, let's do it. And there's also obviously new skins and stuff, and you can see them all if you go click on that video.
Now, here's the key thing about the skins.
Yeah.
As Overwatch, the team over at Overwatch, were listening to us because last time we were bitching and complaining that the skins are there and they're available, but we can't buy them. We can't use in-game coin to turn around and purchase these skins, and they've listened to us, and now you can actually purchase the skin. So if you've been collecting coin this whole time and you don't get that Mercy Witch skin that you've been wanting for so long, boom, you can buy it. It's actually going to be purchasable, which fucking mind you, the prices are astronomical, but they're still purchasable.
What are the prices?
Depending on the skin, between like 1,000 to 3,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
To 3,000.
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah. So
I mean, 1,000's normal, right? Like that's what normal legendary skins cost.
Yeah, I think so.
But 3,000?
I think the Junkenstein skin is 3,000, which is the one I want.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. We should just go farm gold. And well, like I say farm gold like we have the option of just winning every game, like by turning on a switch. Yeah, we're secretly OP Overwatch players, by the way, guys.
Oh yeah,
if
you guys didn't know, super OP. And apparently there's also a League of Legends one as well, which I don't know shit about. And because Adrock decided to go to jail today, I can't talk about it. But
yep, neither can I. That was his baby.
Yeah, so
neither of us know anything about League of Legends. I think we would be doing the people that listen to or watch the show a huge disservice by talking about it, because we'd get way too much wrong. Way too much wrong.
There's a link.
Yeah, there's a link.
Fun.
Suffice it to say that a Halloween event exists.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only information we can provide you without making you very mad at us. So go to the show notes, click the link, League of Legends Halloween event.
There's apparently also an Atlas Reactor. Hollow Haunt is first in-game season event with skins. Yep. We haven't played that either. We should try playing that as well.
Yeah, maybe we should do like a Halloween stream.
Oh, that'd be smart. That'd be good.
We should do that. That'd be good. Down. Just like hop back and forth between games.
Yeah. And then the last note that Adrock put before he went away, which is many other games as well. These are some of the ones that we've noticed.
And then he didn't write anything. Because he went to jail. So moving on from stuff that we can't talk about in an embarrassing fashion that shows how shitty we are at doing the thing that we're doing right now. Let's talk about Overwatch dev updates.
Yes. So this was a really interesting video. So they came out and said, hey, look, we want to preface this by saying I'm going to talk a lot about a bunch of different content. Cannot guarantee you that you're going to see any of this. So it was like, hey, here's a carrot. Might get it, might not.
Yep. No, here's like 6 carrots. You might get some of them. You might get none of them. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Basically.
So one of the key things is that they're looking to change Symetra. They said that she needs to be more viable in more situations. Yeah. And this is something that they were really complaining about, because people that like Symetra want to play Symetra, and people bitch whenever you play Symetra on attack, which kind of agree. Like playing Symetra on attack is just like, why?
Yeah. Like there's some
we're
people
pushing.
that
What
seen,
is the turrets going to do? Like,
yeah, I've seen some people do work with Symetra, like, but that takes a special kind of person. It's not like any player can just pick up Symetra in any situation and do well. And like the thing with Symetra that's different from any other character is, in some maps you'll pick her on defense, right? Like let's talk about control point maps. So you pick her for the first point, and you'll put your portal down so you can get there faster. And then if the other team captures the first point, you just immediately switch off Symetra, because you're not that useful anymore. Like before you were covering like a minute of walking time. Now you're covering like 10 seconds of walking time, 15 seconds of walking time. Yeah. So she's the only character that just loses her ult basically when you switch from the first to second control point. And that makes it not completely useless. That makes it infinitely less useless.
Oh yeah.
Useful. Infinitely less useful. Yeah.
And so
like
they're
you
also
can do
that...
stuff with it. Like you can put it behind enemy lines or whatever, but like then you have to be super coordinated with your team to make sure that not everybody runs behind, and then you just basically leave the objective open for the enemy to come get. Like it's really hard to play Symetra well outside of the specific context of moving people from point A to point B and making sure that enemies don't reach a certain location easily using her turrets. And her little gun is just like, oh shit, this might kill them, this might not. Let's pray. Like she has no escape. She has no like utility essentially, aside from moving people from one point to the other, which becomes useless. So they definitely have to do some work on Symetra.
Yeah, and what they're saying is that her changes aren't going to just be simple number changes. Like they can't just say, oh, she's going to do more damage or whatever.
Right.
It's going to be thematic changes, but they also are saying that they don't want to make Symetra completely different. Like they want it to be within in the realm of what Symetra is. Like some people are like, oh, well, the turrets should also heal your allies. And they're like, we don't want Symetra to be a healer. They're like, support doesn't always mean a healer. You know, like it's very, very important that you realize that. Like this is very, very different. You know, support can also just mean, you know, defense. You know, I guess.
Yeah. like she's more of like the tactical support than the like battlefield support.
Well,
you know?
and I mean the main
Like,
support ability she has is the teleport. Like that helps
yeah.
the whole team.
Instead of her ult, like, oh, I'm gonna get these people back up, or I'm gonna allow these people to push in. Her ult is I'm gonna get these people to the right place.
Yep.
So it's like,
well,
she's
and
basically
her turrets
the one.
also like prevent people from going certain ways. They're like, we can go into this room and get destroyed by Symetra's turrets, or we can go this other way where, you know, it focuses the enemies towards the direction you
Yeah.
want to take them, you know?
Yeah. So she's more of like the control support, like
Yeah.
heavy control as opposed to healing or, you know, I mean, she does have a shield, but it's not the most like game deciding thing. I mean, I think it's useful. There have definitely been times where I've gone down from full to like 5 with Symetra shield. Like, oh, I would have died if it weren't for this Symetra shield.
Mhm.
Thanks, Symetra. But, you know, any amount of help that you can add is good. But I'm curious to see what they do. I'm more than open to them changing her kit to be more useful while still maintaining the like teleporty, helping your enemies by moving them around vibe. I think there's some really interesting like options there, like a reverse roadhog. Like take a player and put them in a location.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, but you have to like target them. That'd be good actually. Like you can set a teleporter down, and then wherever it is, you can click on a person and move them there.
Or kind of have Junkrat's trap that when an enemy goes over, it automatically teleports them to a different place.
Ooh, or like back to spawn. That'd be fucked up.
or no, but how cool would it be? Like you set up a room that's way off of the main path. You just put all your fucking turrets there. You drop one teleporter there, and then a teleporter in a really active place. They run over it. They end up teleporting into this room and having to like shoot the turrets out before they die, which, you know, not gonna fucking happen. But how cool would that be? Like that's also really interesting, like mechanic.
And honestly, I think she could be improved a lot from where she stands currently just by adjusting her primary and secondary attack, because they're super like she's a squishy, supporty, like doesn't need to be in the, but her primary attack like assumes that somebody's within 4 feet of you. Like it's a really close range. And then her secondary attack, it like, okay, it's an orb that can go through Reinhardt's shield. That's one situation in which it's viable. The rest of the entire cast of Overwatch just literally like walk around it. Like whoop, whoop, whoop. Unless you have a whole team of Symmetras, you can't even zone with it. You can't like cover fire with it. You can literally just like shoot a location and pray that somebody's dumb enough to walk into it. Literally the only times I've been hit like by that ability are when I'm Reinhardt and I'm standing with my shield and I don't give enough of a fuck to bring my shield down and move. I just walk into it and take the damage. Or if I am holding the S key and just happen to walk into one.
Yeah.
Like that's about it.
Some of the other changes they're talking about is improving the spectator mode. So they're talking about, they know that people are watching for tournaments and there are tons of requests for this feature. They're talking about having pre-set up locations. So as a streamer, you can not only like fly around and watch the action, but also automatically teleport to specific spots where you can
like click the one key to go to the first point, and the 2 key to go to the second. Yeah, that makes sense.
And you as the spectator can set those points up.
Yeah.
So it's like if you know that there's always action in this one spot, it's like you can hotkey over to them, which I think is interesting. They're also talking about additional maps, additional heroes, unlockables, like having the ability to use more than one emote or being able to have more than one voice line, which would be nice. I mean, because it gets really boring using the same voice line over and over again.
Catchphrase, catchphrase, catchphrase.
Exactly. Like it'd be interesting to have like maybe each of them has like, instead of like heal me, like you've got like they get like multiple voice lines that say heal me in some fashion, and then you can put them in that slot. I think that would be cool. That's just me making a suggestion. That they didn't say
that wasn't in the video.
No. I just want to preface that they didn't say shit about that. They just said that they're looking at unlocking additional voice lines and sprays and tags and blah motes and blah 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 blah.
They want to suck your blood.
Exactly. They want to suck your blood.
That was the worst place to put that pause.
Or was it?
Heroes of the Storm, while we're on the Blizzard
train.
So Heroes of the Storm is introducing some new maps. There's the Punisher Arena, where you can rack up points by killing enemy heroes and Punishers.
And hold on. Specifically, this is about the Brawl. So they're going to be adding a weekly Brawl, and these are some of the maps that they're going to have for the Brawl. I want to preface that because it's not just, hey, they're adding these maps.
No,
these are
they're adding Brawl maps.
Yes.
If I did not say the word Brawl, I apologize because I meant to say the word Brawl. It's actually right there. If I skipped over it, I'm an idiot. So Punisher Arena, the first team to 100 points wins. That's the thing that I left off on. There's also Sky Temple Arena, where you can capture temples and use their energy beams to destroy the enemy core. Pew pew. So basically, secondary objective-based control game. And Guardian Arena, where you kill the Guardian Terrors and Shamblers and collect their seeds. Ew, that's gross, Indigo. You don't have to take everything there, dude. Calm down. The first team to collect 100 seeds wins. Cool. Yeah. I can get behind
a lot of you are probably going,
modes.
These sound just like the maps that they currently have. They are very similar, except for instead of destroying your enemy bases, you're literally just, like, for example, the Garden Arena. Normally you collect the seeds at night and by killing the shambles and the terrors. And then you get a giant tree monster, plant monster that you can then turn around and destroy the enemy base with. They're not even going to that point. You're literally just going to collect 100
that's the difference.
Seeds.
The difference is the first team to collect 100 seeds wins. That wasn't a thing before.
Yeah, exactly. And then so they're also talking about changing up the hero selections where everyone can be the same hero, or like you have multiples, or a reduced collection of heroes that, like, you can only choose healers. You know what I mean? Like,
Smite has those game modes.
Yeah.
And they're really fun, where you're like, you can, well, okay, some of them are stupid. Some of them are like, you can only play gods from this pantheon, and you're like, this doesn't change the game at all. It's literally just, you have to know how to play these anyways. But some of them, like, only support or only ADC. Those ones are fun. I can dig those.
And then they'll also be tweaking things like, oh, your healing is now increased by 100%, or, you know, your movement speed increases, or your attack speed, or your health triples. You know, they'll be adding weird and strange things like that to make the game weird or absurd. And I guarantee the games won't be balanced.
No, they're not supposed to be. Same with Overwatch, or really any game with brawls. They're not balanced. Like, there's this one Smite brawl where everybody starts. You start at level 1, just like any other game, but you start with like infinite gold, or just a ludicrous amount of gold. So you have full build. So basically, you deal just nuts damage, and nobody has any health because everybody starts at level 1. So it's just the first person to get a kill wins, basically. They're not meant to be balanced. They're meant to be like fun little distractions from the stress of competitive play that some people experience.
Yeah. The other really cool thing is that they're going to be giving weekly rewards away. So even if you aren't winning that many games, Blizzard is going to be rewarding you for trying out these new types of games. As a reward for competing against 3 brawls each week, you'll receive a prize from player icons to large sums of gold, which will be provided for new players, a great way to bolster their ranks. So, like, if you don't have a ton of characters right now, you play these weird, absurd brawls, you're going to be getting weekly rewards, and you're going to be able to increase your arsenal tremendously without having to flat out pay the ridiculous amount of money it costs to buy all of the heroes.
$75 per hero, bitch.
Don't think it's that much.
I don't think it's that much either, yeah. Hey, that's the end of Quarter Up this week, right? Is there anything else that you want to talk about, bro?
No. That's that. We kind of rushed through a lot of this. We didn't have to deal with Adrock's.
I hate this thing because it's not exactly the way I want it to be. But I can't.
I don't like the color infusion of this one flower in the cutscene.
The color infusion. What does that even mean?
I don't know. That's what I hear when Adrock talks.
I don't like the color infusion of this one leaf. Anyways. Thank you for checking out the show. We appreciate you sticking around and listening to us ramble. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can get a hold of us at _QueueTimes on Twitter. And if you want to email me and Indigo and Adrock, you can email QueueTimes.com.
I don't know why you'd want to do that, but
I don't know why you want to do that. If you want to get a hold of me specifically, I'm at CrewQT on Twitter. You can also email me. My email address is krug@QueueTimes.com. Indigo, where can people touch your butt?
You can touch the butt.
Touch the butt.
You guys can get a hold of me on Twitter at IndigoQT. You can email me indigo@QueueTimes.com. Those are the two best ways to get a hold of me. Yeah.
Sweet.
I think those people who are watching, if they want to keep joining, I think we're gonna play some Overwatch.
Let's go do some Overwatch.
I'm already in game, so that's
Oh,
the thing.
really? Wow.
Mm.
Oh, we forgot to end the show.
Oh. See you guys on the forums.